And we are live. Welcome to BS session number 154. We walked over 500 miles, and I'd walk 500 more just to be the guy that sees everything on the SHOT Show floor. Da-da.
Because I have a shotgun and rifle that I use for, and 22 gauge that I use for ptarmigan, moose, and black bear.
You're so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
You're listening to your weekly dose of BS, Ballistically Speaking. The Ballistically Speaking Podcast.
Boy,
Howdy,
that was
y'all.
some great writing. Howdy. It came to me in a fever dream, quite literally.
The SHOT Show fever.
It's real.
gotta-
I don't have
you-
SHOT Show fever. This is a different fever.
Yes, I was about to say it's an awfully delayed SHOT Show flu because we were all actually healthy this year, which is
I survived the whole show
yes, we did. So
by some miracle.
yeah. So
So
what is the
let's pay some
tricks?
bills and talk about
Oh,
one
okay.
of
I
the tricks
guess
for SHOT Show.
yes.
Let's pay some bills, and then we'll get right into her.
Okay. All right.
Our feature sponsors tonight are Callsign 66, Canada's best rifle training. Welcome to the Brotherhood. Book a course now at callsign66.ca and follow them on Instagram at callsign66, all one word, and on Facebook at C/S66.
Hey, we're also brought to you by Ribstone Gunsmithing. Craftsmanship done right. Contact Oscar at ribstonegunsmithing.ca and breathe life back into any firearm. Check out Oscar's book titled The Rust Balloon in the 21st Century. Find it on Amazon.
And we're brought to you by March Scopes Canada. The Dion Optical Design line of rifle scopes has a scope for all your hunting and shooting needs. Find Doug and Niza at marchscopes.ca. And we still have that March FX 5 to 42 by 56 iMaster. It's going to run you about 5,900 normally. I got that on for 4,600. So if you want to reach out to Doug and Niza at marchscopescanada.ca, you can put you in touch with it.
Great deal. Great deal. What else is a great deal
I
that'll
like it,
get you
so.
going? Is Bolt Action Coffee. Bringing specialty coffee to the precision shooting world. Boasting coffee cuppy scores of 88.5 on a 100 scale. Bolt Action Coffee is unmistakably a premium coffee. Order coffee and merchandise at boltactioncoffee.com.
And we're also brought to you by Odell Engineering. Pick up a Canuck shotgun, Bergara rifle, and Apex ammunition from your local distributor and tell them Phil sent you. Look them up on Instagram, Facebook, and on their website at odellengineeringlimited.com. Just released is the Canuck Trapper in 3030. We got side eject, pick rail, buckcord rear sight, and a fiber optic front sight, which gives you 4+1 in the chamber. Check them out.
And also, Odell was doing some talking with some different suppliers and manufacturers at SHOT Shows. So I would stay tuned for more new products coming for them. We're all excited. So it's going to be good. What else is going to be good? Fingers crossed. Sterling Arms International, home of the R18 Mark III and the R9 Mark I. May be down, but they're not out. At this point, the RCMP is going to be the RCMP. But Sterling
gonna do
Arms
what they do.
International.
And we're also brought to you by Apex Optics, championship-winning glass built for shooters by shooters. Coming soon to a match near you is the newly released Apex Synergy LRF binos in the 12x50. You got applied ballistics on board, a whole bunch of features that we couldn't cover in one ad. You want to check them out at apexoptics.co/synergy to get your name in on the priority list, which the pre-sale should be live right now. And also the long-awaited Vapor 1-4 Prism should be shipping soon. So if you're in the market for a 1-4 Prism optic, now is the time to buy.
They're actually shipping now. They're on the website.
Yep, the Vapor should be.
You can
Should
go
be
pick them up
live.
right now. And those Synergies have some never before used technology in them. So those are going to be awesome. Also,
We'll
we
probably
have
Vanya
a
on to explain all the features.
yeah. I think we should have Vanya and somebody from AB.
I think that's a
I think that'd be a good episode. What do y'all think?
powerhouse episode.
And
Let us
also,
know.
another thing is we're entering the last month. That's right, the last month of our rifle draw. It's a full custom 338 Lapua built by EM Precision Rifles. Features a Curtis Cousin custom action, an IBI 30-inch barrel fitted with a custom EM Precision muzzle brake, and a special EM Precision branded Trigger Tech trigger, all leading to a full custom laminated stock by Rifles Refined. Each $20 entry can be sent to info@bspodcast.ca, and be sure to include your email address and phone number in the comments so we know how to get a hold of you once we draw. The draw will happen in a month from now, at the end of February. I've not picked an exact date. It's either going to be the 27th or
That's a Kurt problem.
I'm going to say the 27th is the second last day of the month. So
29th of February.
we're not doing the 29th of February, Mike. No,
Is that not this year?
no, it's not this year.
I just checked the calendar. It's not this year.
No, unfortunately it's not this year. So, but hey, shit, opening day in the Winter Olympics. God damn, I didn't even realize that. Been so freaking
Isn't
busy.
that the one we're supposed to be good at?
Allegedly.
I'm curious how the Canadian drive-by team is doing. I mean, biathlon.
Hey, it's not only the Canadians that can do that kind of drive-by.
No, I'm sure Finland's pretty good at it too.
Mm. 1AB's got a comment here. Is the Apex Prism a mini ACOG footprint? I assume that's ACOG. It's AGOG.
No, it's a little bit bigger than a mini ACOG.
Yeah, it's got some beef to it, but it does.
If you're talking like the really small ones, it's got a bigger tube.
Mm-hmm.
If you look on one of our YouTube shorts, we get a nice ring around the rosy of it.
Yeah, it does have the Armor footprint on top. If you want to throw a dot on top, so
which you should.
Yes, which you should. Everything's better with red dots.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. Don't care what the FUD say.
A red dot. Everything needs a red dot. All
right, Mike.
So Derek, SHOT Show.
Yep.
This was your first SHOT Show.
This was my first SHOT Show, and it was pretty freaking cool. Not gonna lie. Unfortunately, I missed last year due to some work scheduling. Show, but I made it this year, and it was a lot to take in.
Did I sell it? Did I sell it properly?
You sold it pretty.
Oversell it.
Yes. I'm not gonna lie. I think the coolest thing definitely was meeting and talking to all the people, like the insight, and it's a very positive environment, happy-go-lucky. It was pretty positive from my interactions. Like, everybody's willing to talk, share information. I mean, once Friday rolled around, people got a little bit tired, but it was a good time altogether. So
Friday, people were definitely tired of, especially if you were media. They're like, go away. I don't want to talk to you.
Well, it was also interesting too because Friday, due to the weather that had rolled into the northern United States, there was a number of people that left early. So
yeah,
there was a few empty booths. So,
but we did check them out before. We had 3 other days.
Yeah. Now, you were at SHOT Show last year, so you could kind of tell the differences between last year and this year. What were the differences?
This year I survived it, so that was a big plus.
Highly recommended.
Yeah, highly recommend. The secret, I'll get into that, I guess. The secret is you take about 9 vitamin C and about 9 vitamin D in the morning. Every morning. Just get all the vitamins in you.
Not 8.
And then definitely stay up all night editing videos. Big help.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sleep is for the weak. So.
Yep.
But
you're just running. You're running full bore for a week. At least.
Yeah.
So we went to range day. How was range day for you, Derek?
It was pretty cool. Let's actually bring up some photos of range day. How about that?
Oh, if
So
if you're listening on audio, this is going to be a highly visual episode. So
yeah, we'll do our
fair
best to
warning.
describe what is going on for our audio only listeners. But
we missed one of the coolest things and we didn't realize it.
mm,
When we were at the Franklin booth with Bushmaster, they had, I thought it was the new ACR, and I'm like, well, for us, that's useless. But it was actually a straight pull rifle,
yeah,
which we did a video with. And we have it on good authority that that Bushmaster straight pull, which is extremely well put together, is going to be making its way up north. So that's positivity. That was the Steinel AK FAL looking unit, I believe.
yeah, it's a weird looking
It's
unit.
like a lot of modern. It's a lot of rifles got pushed together, and you got this little thing. It's very cool.
Yeah, did not get to shoot it.
There's a pretty big lineup.
Yeah,
I didn't get to try the HTI either. They had that great big Italian big bore rifle.
there's our Mr. Mike and our Kurt. And
So,
no, that's that. Already seen that one.
Flicking through here.
This
the
is
one thing
Detroit
that stuck
Gunworks.
out on the long range. Yes. So on the long range, they have like multiple kind of little sections set up. So in the middle, there's the long range, which is where we naturally wanted to hang out. And then Detroit Gunworks brought out, it's almost like a mini action chassis system that will take all of the nice little AR-15 cartridges, like your 338 ARC, 6 ARC, 22 ARC. What else was there?
300 black, 5.56.
300 black, 5 like all the cool little AR cartridges in a platform that will actually feed them quite decently.
Yep. And I'll actually go
And the
back.
bolt
We have
like
a
folds into the stock.
video of me shooting. I'll mute it.
Oh yeah, how was shooting suppressed for the first time? What was that like?
I mean, unfortunately, because at range day, there's so much going on. There's so much shooting. Even though most of it is suppressed, you can't really fully enjoy it because there's some unsuppressed firearms there. So
there was like 5 up there. Basically everything was suppressed.
Yes.
And I mean that was the theme of the show, I would argue, is suppressors.
Oh yeah, suppressors out the yin yang. But I'll
and shocking how cheap they've gotten to manufacture. I don't know, that and thermals. I think thermals are getting extremely popular.
Yeah. So back to the Detroit Gunworks. So this
is
was
a really cool,
interesting because if you look where the bolt is running, like you can see where Kurt's thumb is,
faces,
and and the bolt will actually basically come out the back where the stock folds. So it's a unique design. It was a really well done folding stock. But for our visual listeners, it's very rectangular. Like behind the pick rail, like essentially the receiver extends backwards like 4 inches before it goes.
It kind of looks like how the Q is squared off, but the bolt doesn't move. You don't see any of the bolt parts moving.
Yeah.
Kind of.
So it was definitely an interesting take on a mini rifle. In terms of cartridge and caliber, which we kind of developed as a theme, and we'll explore that theme.
No, it wasn't really a theme. I think there's some forerunners in the field, but the theme this year was definitely additive manufacturing suppressors, without a doubt.
A
secondary theme, you could call it, was what would you call it? There weren't a lot of budget options at the show per se. They were more the higher tier things were being released.
Yeah, I would say so too.
Classier, more polished. Like for example, the Frankie, the little Hush scout rifle, I guess you'd call it, but it was much better. It was much better executed.
For sure. I agree. I think a lot of it is the American market. Of course, that dictates a lot of things. Guys are pretty gunned up. Like, I mean, Trump's been in office for a year now. There hasn't been much come down on the gun front. In fact, there's been obviously the tax stamp removal in the United States. So,
Well, not removal. The fee is $0.
yeah, I was about to say the fee is $0. Yeah, correction. So obviously that's huge for them, but I think a lot of it is people are just looking for quality over quantity now. One AB's chiming in.
Like
The Garmin Zero
Garmin
C2
Zero.
chronograph has some new features, and we did end up seeing that.
It has three. No, it has 3 new features. For like $400 more. It's like $75 a feature.
It's that much more?
Is it? Yeah, it was significantly more than the standard one, from my understanding. So what you get is you can mount it on your rifle. They will warranty it as if you put it on a gun and it breaks because of the shock and vibration. They will warranty it. The other one was it pairs directly to AB now. So I believe it was you could have it paired to your Kestrel. And then as the velocity is going, it's throwing all of that data into your Kestrel. And then the third feature was it'll pick up multiple shots and save them and then display them in order. So he said they took a rip with an MP5 and a 50-round drum, and it recorded, I believe it was with an FRT trigger. They got 48 out of 59 shots, or 48 out of 50 shots registered. So that's a cool feature. Is it the extra price? Cool, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just seeing if I can't find a little video clip of it. Don't mind me.
I don't think we took a video of it. We were just kind of drooling over it.
Yes, I might have.
Actually, no, it wasn't even that. It was the Garmin has a rangefinder now. Garmin brought out a rangefinder. It's rather chonky. However, there's some big features packed into it.
Yeah.
I did not like the reticle in it, though. It was really busy. Like almost, it is the Horus H59 of reticles. I'm guessing you can turn those features off if you don't need them there, but I thought it was busy. Also, the reticle is green.
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
Jumping back to range day, though, we was it the Henry Supreme Predator?
Yes, yeah, that's what this bat is. Yeah. That's kind of falls in line with the quality over quantity.
Yeah, like it's setting some nice gray laminate furniture. It's got a carbon fiber barrel. It's got a can on it, obviously, but the action is probably one of the smoothest actions I've ran. That I've actually fired. The Taylor that we saw was also very smooth.
Yeah.
But that Taylor is one of the only lever guns that's going to actually chamber 9mm properly in a tube-fed gun.
I know I do have some photos of that. The question is where?
It's in here somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you get the Taylor and Co. quality that they're known for, but then when you can feed it all the 9mm that we've all got sitting there because we can't use anything else for it, it's nice to see. That was on day 2, I think. No, and anything else from range day grab your fancy?
Claycopter was kind of fun.
Yes, we need to talk about the Caldwell Claycopter.
Yes,
surface to air missile edition. So, if you've never seen it, it's like a big fan disc with a ring around it, and it's for sporting clays. But they do not fly in the traditional arc that a sporting clay thrower throws them. So it's got like a little motor thing, and it's probably about 1.5 foot square kind of setup, and you got a big hopper on it. You drop it on, and then it comes with a remote, It comes with an app. And what you can do is take a picture in front of the target in the app, and then it comes on a grid on your phone. So then what you can do is like, I want to put a clay there, and the clay will fly exactly where you put it on your screen. And I think they said the remote has over 100-foot range.
Mm-hmm.
So then one of the things they're marketing, they're calling them like the anti-drone clays. So they're like the black discs. So what they're saying is guys are setting them up downrange, pointed at them, and then they're firing them over their head to train for drones with your shotgun, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yes, as long as you don't shoot the clay thrower, that's the biggest thing.
You put it behind a piece of steel or something, but you can fire them up, out, sideways, like all the different angles.
Yeah. So
And
here
then
it is. The
they
only
have the handheld one.
Yeah, the two handheld ones. You get the battery thrower, which is basically just a hand thrower and lithium-ion battery. There's the clay. You can see it's just kind of like exactly little fan disc.
Fan blade.
There's a hand pull cord one. I don't think that's going to be popular because that's just going to get annoying.
I got too much PTSD from trying to start a chainsaw. So, not for me, but it'll be significantly cheaper. But the cool thing is with the battery system, so Caldwell still had one of their traditional trap throwers, one of the newer ones. And that battery, you can, so instead of lugging a car battery around, you can just bring a ton of these little batteries. They're about like 4x2. Just plug them into the machine. And you can also pair up to 10 devices at once. So you can have a traditional trap thrower throwing traditional clays, have like 2 more of these little surface to air things off in random places, and have like presets set up so you can create your own little sporting clays course.
Mm-hmm.
They also have glow in the dark, which I think is the coolest thing ever.
Yes. So if you look on the screen here, the green tube is glow in the dark. You can barely see the black targets. Here again, little fan blades, the drones, quote unquote.
And then your standard orange.
Yeah, I
the
think
cool
if
thing
you're
about these are they're still biodegradable.
Yep.
Still biodegradable, but there's less mass, so they will actually biodegrade faster.
Yeah.
And I think you can launch up to 2 at a time.
Yeah. So on my screen, I actually have a photo of the doubles being thrown. So that was pretty cool. They got also a unique flight path. It's not like a traditional clay where, of course, it is horizontal. They kind of zip around.
It's completely random.
Yeah, they can get caught by the wind more easily. So it's more of a challenge.
If you think your buddy's good at shotgun shooting, bust one of these out and prove him wrong.
Yeah.
Also, the clay prices aren't offensive. I think a tube of 50 was like $21 Canadian.
Mm-hmm. And also,
$135 for 20, but it's not crazy.
Also, you can't really tell in this photo, but this was one of the first celebrities, gun tube celebrities. I think this was Dirty Civilian, if I remember correctly.
No, but Civilian Tactical.
Civilian Tactical.
He was very polite.
Yes, very polite, very formal. That's actually his back.
Everyone was super polite down there.
Yeah. And speaking of celebrities,
if you didn't listen to the news up here, who's that, Eric?
This is Mr. Eric Cortina.
Oh yeah, there's people walking around everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, oh, that's them. Okay. Like if you watch GunTube, you will walk around and see everybody. It's just what happens.
This is one of my favorite photos from the show. This is basically the pistol ranges. We didn't stop in and shoot much. I didn't shoot any pistols because, unfortunately for us, what's the point? So.
Also, I'm self-conscious because Derek's a better pistol shooter than me, despite not owning any.
The one time I outshot you. The one time.
Yeah, but it's still 1-0, so.
Mm-hmm. Another
What
thing
else did
I'll
you like
mention
from
about
range day?
weather was very nice. It was
We had great weather this year. It wasn't stupid windy. Last year was
yeah,
so windy.
it was like 70 in freedom units, and just the lightest breeze. Um,
Just got the right amount of
and
wind on that great American flag,
yeah, and you
softly
can
blowing in
see,
the background.
and you can see not a cloud in the sky either.
No,
And speaking of Old Glory, hell
Old
yeah,
Glory just softly blowing in the wind.
that was cool to see.
Yeah, everyone was super friendly down there.
Hmm.
So that was range day. That was kind of our
Yeah,
highlights.
yeah, I think that about covers it.
Oh,
Other
and
than
the Franklin Prevail. We forgot about that.
yes, we did have that.
We
Not
had the option
really.
to fire one of the Franklin Prevails. This is a new bolt action for Franklin Armory. And what they're boasting is it's a controlled round feed and a traditional push feed at the same time. And they do this with some wizardry in the bolt. And it was really cool. I'm not sure how durable it's going to be when you bring it out of the truck and into the truck and out of the truck when it's cold, because there are some small moving parts. The one thing I loved about it is that when you ejected it, the round basically landed in the exact same spot. Like you could have put a pop can down and they would have landed on the lid of the pop can every time. That was pretty cool to see. And good weight. This one was in 308. I think they're coming out in 308 and 6.5. But they're calling it the total round control bolt face.
Yeah.
But it's got some nice fluting on it. It was good to run. Like I ran the action, no problem with it.
So the claim to fame for it is essentially a best of both worlds when it comes to controlled round feed and push round feed. Push feed. So instead of a mechanical injector, it uses a plunger type injector, but it has a little piece that moves out of the way
It's only
when
kind
you're
of like the 2 o'clock on the bolt. Or
yeah, it
11
moves out of the
o'clock.
way when you're feeding, so you have that really nice positive controlled feed all the time.
But you could just chuck a round into it too.
Hmm.
Because they literally said stop and they just took the round and dropped it in there and send it home. That was pretty neat.
So I have a photo close up. That's not the greatest photo. So I'll zoom in here real
So you can
close,
see
like
just above the ejector plunger. That's that little piece that slides out of the way.
I thought it's this piece.
No, that's
No,
your
it's the other
extractor.
piece. Oh yeah, it's the
Yeah,
other piece.
Yep.
That's that piece slides out of the way, depending on its position, and then of course releases. So, also I'm just noticing in this photo, what are these two craters? For our audio listeners, there's like two small craters by the firing pinhole that are like a quarter the diameter of the firing pinhole.
Prototyping. They're prototyping marks. It's like
Yes.
on the Enfields, there's like a 0, 1 to 4 bolt. Same thing.
Mm-hmm. It looks like somebody center punched it.
Yeah, they're like, this is the number 2 bolt when we're doing our prototyping, so we remember which one it is. What else? Oh, Derek got to shoot the may sound not that interesting, but the FRT 1022 with an integrally suppressed barrel.
I did.
That was pretty sweet.
That was a little bit
like
of
that.
freedom enjoyment. Was able to quickly dump some rounds downrange with the FRT. A much better FRT than what we have in Canada.
Yeah. American FRT is much cooler than our FRT.
Mm-hmm.
It's too bad we can't have those because it is still technically 1 round per trigger pull.
Mm-hmm.
It just resets your trigger. Forced.
Yeah.
Because that was kind of our highlights from range day. There was a lot of lineups too. Like if you wanted to shoot something, you would be standing there sometimes for 20, 30 minutes almost.
Yeah.
Like Fight Light, I wanted to go see their, because they have that's like the saw upper for an AR-15 or M4. So you pop the upper on and then it becomes a belt fed, which is wicked cool. But the lineup was huge when we were there. And I'm like, apparently we need to go get food and survive or something. I don't know.
Hey, we're missing one thing about range day. That that was kind of hilarious to start it off. Is that we? I'll get in the van, of course. Crew's there. Kurt, Jens, Chris, myself, Mike, and Chris is driving. And we get to the winding road that leads to the range. Literally, we're minutes away. And Chris quietly says, "Fuck." And what did he do? He forgot his pass.
Got his badge.
So
Because
he
you can't
drove.
do it like SHOT Show. They scan everything.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I didn't
Get your
bring
little
with
badge.
me. Yeah, you got a QR code on your badge. You can share information that way. But
If the app ever actually works.
yes,
Most of the time it doesn't.
So
yeah.
unfortunately, he didn't get to come in until he just went back. He did some other stuff and then came picked us up. So note to self:
the robot. I don't know if this is a theme out there, but they have one of the police Boston Dynamics robots.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what's wrong. Drones was another big thing, but every one of these dogs was about 2.5, and everyone has like the 3-prong grabber, and they're all at crotch height, and I was very uncomfortable.
You didn't want your wiener grabbed by Robo Dog?
No, I didn't.
I'll see if I
Because
think
these are all prototypes. Crazier things happen.
they're not prototypes. Boston Dynamics has been doing this for a freaking long time.
No, the robot, but not the arm. But it's a common theme. They're all at like crotch height. Just like, no, I don't like that. Yeah,
that thing. This was not. That one was obviously at height, like at your face height.
Now, when the arm's folded down, it's not where it is.
Yeah. So for our audio listeners, we're
Moving
talking
on.
about the
range day is fun.
Yeah, range day over.
Yeah. So day one, we get on the floor. We start the day off at the embassy.
Mm-hmm. And what is the embassy?
We basically deemed it the Apex booth, where we would all just kind of meet up in the morning, like everybody.
Yeah.
And then we're like, oh, what are you guys doing? Okay, we're going this way. And then you kind of make your way through the one hall.
Mm-hmm.
Make your way to the next hall. But we got to hang out with everyone at Apex, some of the team, Van and Carly. We've got to look through these new Synergy binos. And they are going to change the range finding game forever.
Mm-hmm. Now, why is that?
I mean,
how? Is it just marketing, or there's
fast.
something tangible behind them?
There's
performance.
There's tangible stuff behind it. There's
Design.
Performance. There's things that have never been done on a civilian platform that are inside this thing.
Mm-hmm. So that's the laser.
And it's extremely fast. You have AB. There's going to be sharing of your data. Match directors can send you QR. You can load your entire match into your binos.
Mm-hmm. Which
and
is
and confirm. It's going to be
pretty freaking cool.
They also had the full production vapor was ready to go, which I was quite excited about.
I'm actually just going to queue up a quick video of the reticle if I can get a good image. It was hard to film, and this is just
That's
pointing.
The one thing.
It was also just pointing in
shot of it.
Blurred area, so you can't see, like how it looks through it. But very simple, windage, elevation, a ranging point.
It's also there's a ghost reticle feature. It's quite cool.
Yeah, and then you have essentially your angle on your horizontal and then your vertical. So very simple, but quick. Like you
Effective.
press the range button, you get a range
And your
right now.
dope is there instantly.
And
Like,
your
not
dope
just
is
your
there right
range,
now.
your dope.
Mm-hmm.
Faster than you can blink. Your dope has been calculated, which is wicked.
Mm-hmm.
And these are going to be paired with, like all your Garmin stuff, Kestrel, all the things are going to pair to it as well. So it's going to be a very nice package. And they're a 12 by 50, which I believe 50 is, these are the only 50 LRFs.
Yeah,
I could be wrong on that. There was that. So then after we'd start off the morning at Apex's booth, kind of work our way down. And who was the scope lock guys that were just on the other side? I think they're called D-Lock, I believe.
Name's not ringing a bell right
just
now.
Just behind the Cerakote booth. Remember where the Cerakote booth was? And then right behind them, they had the rings for taking it off. Do you remember them?
Oh, I know what you're
so
talking
what it
about.
was,
See if I can't find
a
a
Picatinny
photo.
rail. It was a really highly engineered piece, and it was designed for guys that are taking thermals and taking their scope off for transport and stuff. And instead of just locking it on one lug, it's Picatinny the entire underneath of the rail. So it's locking it on the side, and it's locking it inside the Picatinny track. And they were claiming that from taking it on, taking it off, and retorquing it, you're only going to lose maximum 0.2 of a mil, which I thought was a pretty interesting claim.
So I think the interesting piece there is how they're doing it. So it's not just, they're not just putting square slot in between. They're using round hardened dowel pins.
No, it's supported in between.
Yeah, supported in between. Yeah, with round hardened dowel pins.
Yeah, that's them right there in the middle there. So yeah, that was a really cool, something I didn't expect to see. But yeah, they're based out of Texas. It was a really cool product. So yeah, I think it was called D-Lock off the top of my head.
Mm-hmm.
That was cool.
Here's the giant ass mount they had of it. Once you're done talking about it.
This is Badger Ordnance.
Oh, no. Okay. Never mind. The other mount.
Badger Ordnance.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
so this is a mount Badger Ordnance got 3D printed. It was just huge.
Mm-hmm. It's for those that are listening on audio, it is about the size of a small coffee table. I think the diameter was like 10 inches ring diameter. So and they have an offset.
They had a really cool feature that I thought was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So these had you can get the standard little small glow sticks, and they had a cap that would cover your normal rings with a magnet, and you take it off, and it would backlight. So for when you're hunting at night or whatever, where you can do that, it'll actually illuminate your dial without a crazy amount of light, but just enough to see your clicks and everything. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah,
and they're cheap. They're like, if you break it, we can just $17. We get you another one.
Yeah, they 3D printed it. So for those watching, there's this cap up here. Obviously, it's the large size. You just pull that off, and that'll expose the element or what lens, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, it was different.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. What else did you like from the first haul? We stopped at Wook's because Derek loves Wook's.
Wook's is always cool. Wish I spent more time organizing
Wook's
photos.
Has some nice furniture. Well, we just put photos in a folder. That's how this thing works.
Yes,
what
Wook's.
We're totally organized. Everything's in a folder that says photos. Some of the AK furniture that they had was pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm. Let's see if I can't just get a photo, not a video.
What they had for all the Henry Supremes and stuff. That was a really popular design that people are starting to do other things with, is the Henry Supreme.
Mm-hmm.
Either with their custom shop, or people are doing a lot of aftermarket stuff for them. I think Midwest Industries is doing the full line now.
Yeah.
But then
So this was an interesting one at the Wooks booth. They had the alligator skin integral suppressor wrap on this rifle. it looks like your grandma's old.
in
Your grandma just
4570.
don't have leather couches, but like the Tiger
if Crocodile
King's
Dundee
leather
had a couch
boots.
and lived in Florida. Yes. It's like ostrich almost.
Yes. It was that kind of leather.
Yeah. So, very cool to see.
Mm-hmm.
RCBS has a new trimmer out, which looks very similar to the Henderson one. But I believe it's going to be cheaper than the Hornady one, which is also very similar.
Mm-hmm.
We got to stop at
Again,
Rugger.
that's in a different folder.
At-
You should be watching the photos,
different
Mike, so we can talk
day.
about what's in the folder.
I remember everything. I basically have the SHOT Show floor organized. So by Tuesday, if you ask me, I need to get to this booth, I could get you within 25 feet of it, probably.
Mm-hmm. Yes, this is true.
Is that... You keep clicking away from the photos. I can't describe them
Well,
if you keep doing that.
There's also a delay. I'll go back to what you're saying. And here we have...
Well, I was about to say another thing.
Well, by
show
the
the
time I
RCBS.
find it...
And
There's
then
the
they have some
RCBS
new
trimmer.
Matchmaster dies as well.
Mm-hmm.
So they got the little inlet cutout, so you can take the bullet and drop it in and not have to seat it on the bullet. You just lift the thing up, drop your bullet in, it seats it and centers it with a floating setup of some sort. So those will be coming out soon.
Yeah.
And then it's got a full micrometer adjustment on the trimmer as well.
Yeah, it was a pretty nice setup. That's the Matchmaster seating die.
Yeah.
What's not shown is dropping the bullet in to the die, and it self-centers, self-seats.
I mean, if you're not bumping up to a press like we talked with Don last episode, this is an option to get you a little bit faster on single stage.
Yeah. So essentially in this part here,
Not
where
in
you
the
can see that
progressive
steel
loading
pin,
just yet.
that's where you drop the bullet in.
Yep. It was cool. I like those dies. I might have to get a set. We'll see.
Okay, I gotta
That's the other thing with SHOT Show is it's like, go ahead.
I gotta bring this
something
up.
while I
Recover.
Yes, the tiny little revolver.
So I don't know what it is, but the North American Arms had these pocket 22 revolvers, mostly 22 mag, but some 22 long, short. And again, this is keychain size gun. Literally, there is a key ring on it with the little retractable lead. And the chamber, like the revolver cylinder, is longer than the barrel. The guy at the booth was talking about how a nurse put one of these on her keychain. So she was getting off of night shift in the weird hours in the morning. She had a firearm with her for obviously those states where you could carry as such. And yeah, I nerded out on that. I thought it was really
It was pretty cool. And the amount of penetration that the 22 mag got in that ballistics gel was really impressive.
Yeah.
It probably was 10 inches into the ballistics gel out of a 22 mag.
Yeah, I would not.
I was surprised it went that far.
Yeah.
Some of the ammunition we saw too. It was the new Sierras, the Match Kings.
Mm-hmm.
They had all the green stuff in it.
Mm-hmm.
That's another shot of the Franklin one.
Yeah. So this one you'll be able to see the
So I
round.
think it was yes, for our Franklin listeners.
Yeah.
We're slowly showing the round go into the bolt face. Then you watch it click in. Yeah, so very very interesting design from Franklin. I'm curious what it'll do up here though.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Mm.
What else? Barry's manufacturing vice. That was really cool. They were like,
Yeah.
we talked about it, and they were like, we shoot a quick video because this is actually pretty awesome. So it's a ball socket, but you can crank the bejesus out of it and like put your gun at any angle. So if you have almost no desk space on your bench, you can mount this thing, and it's just got a little like lever lock. And you put the gun upways, sideways, any angle that you want, you could put this thing in. And it was really, really cool.
So this is the mini vise for the berries. But essentially it's a heavy duty ball joint. And then you get different accessories for it, like one of an AR magazine block. So for you guys down in the States, you can put it on there. And nice little platform and really solid lock. And it's also adjustable too. So as it wears, you can adjust it to take up the slack. Yeah.
It wasn't cheap, but it was good.
Mm-hmm. Next up, we got
What else?
SBI.
Yes, SBI, for those who know, Spectre Ballistics International, based out of Edmonton area, with their awesome 1022, now has a CZ457 chassis.
Yep.
That looks awesome in this gold color that they selected. And it's got Picatinny, it's got an extended trigger guard, full arc rail built into it. So that was really cool.
Yeah, it takes beaver tail style AR grips. Oops. And you have to provide your own buttstock, but it is a Picatinny rail interface. This one obviously has a buffer tube adapter, but of course you can really do anything you want after that point. So obviously a folder would also be really fun.
I mean, it's 22, so we can get away with it. That's the other thing. Americans were shocked about our SBR laws, short barrel rifles.
Yeah.
So, like, you can just buy them. I'm like, yeah, we just go and buy them.
Yeah. Like a 14-inch mare's
the
leg.
tax stamp's gone. They don't care. But
they still got to do paperwork.
Tandem Cross has brought out. Yeah, but Tandem Cross has a new factory rifle that it weighs nothing. And then if you combine that with all their other awesome parts, you will have like the be all end all 1022. Especially if you want to like go fast. This is the way to do it. Like it's got iron sights on the top, but if you don't like it, they're M-locked to the barrel. You can just take them off, which I thought was cool.
So yeah, this is a build they're doing completely by themselves, other than their Magpul stock. Is obviously made by Magpul, but their action, their barrel, their magazines, their trigger, and it's a pretty neat package.
And cannot stress how light it is. I'd be curious to see the accuracy. I just have to acquire one per se. Got to check out our friends at L3I. So they now have factory rifles coming out. So they will be IPRF compliant. And I believe the Stinger and the Wasp or Swarm. So there'll be a 6 GT center fire. It'll be IPRF out of the box, and then you'll have the rimfire IPRF out of the box. They're just waiting on confirmation. And I believe our friends at Go Big are going to be the ones bringing those in. So if you want to check those out, that's where you source one. But they also have a new magazine coming out for the 22 guys for REM 700. And it basically, you have your mag latch at the back. And then it's got a little plunger on the back of the magazine, which tensions your magazine to your mag latch. So not only does it lock in there and stay solidly, it ejects it quite nicely as well.
Unfortunately, I'm not at the magazine, but this is the L3I Stinger
Swarm.
So Stinger action.
But it will. They're gonna come out of the door in 6 GT, which would be sweet. We saw a company. It's not a gun company, but it was a kind of a neat product called Chocolates. And what this stuff does, it's like a magic little powder, and it comes in these nice little bags. You buy like a salt shaker of it, and they basically had like a grip strength bar, like see how much torque you can put on it. And so you try it without it, and then you put the stuff on your hands and try it again, and you get almost like 100% more grip strength with this stuff on your hands. And what it does is it kind of strips the oil away from your hands, and then that way you could grip things that you would normally not be able to pick up.
And
like
we have a
hammer in the booth.
Yep.
And like I tried to pick it up, it was heavy. And then I tried it again with the stuff on my hands. I could lift it almost. It felt like it was effortless because I had that much extra grip strength.
Yeah, it was definitely
but
neat.
Basically, it would glue your hand to your gun.
to an
shooting?
extent, it's not sticky, but again, it removes the oils from your hand. So the hammer they had here that Mike is currently lifting, the shaft was like a smooth polished shaft. So with sweaty hands, you'd just slip. But with the chocolates on there, no problem.
Yep, it was quite interesting to see. I'm not gonna lie. And this was in the basement too. That's the other thing is when you're at SHOT Show, there's like the upstairs and like the booths are fancy, you know, got the nice thick carpet to stand around in. But then you go down into the basement of the Venetian. I prefer the basement of the Venetian because that's where all the innovative stuff is.
Yes,
like your bigger brands are upstairs, but once you're in the basement, you're like, there's some really cool stuff down here. Oh, and Shoots brought their IPRF compliant 22 out, and wow, is it heavy. In a good way. Unless you drop the magazine on your toe, because the magazine weighs approximately 5 pounds, and I'm not even joking. So it's a 15-round magazine. It's a Fortner action, and it's a quick action. I was just fingering it in the booth. I'm like, this thing is quick. I was a fan. It's not going to be a cheap rifle, but if you want a production rifle, it is the way to go.
Yeah, it's going to be
if
about
you have $8,000 US burning a hole in your pocket.
Yes, like $11,000 American. And on the screen here, we see.
No, it says $7,999 on the tag.
Yes. On the screen here, we see the magazines, and they are billet steel magazines. That's right, steel.
You will break your toe if you drop that. I'm not even kidding.
Yes, they will drop free, guaranteed though, because with enough mass, they will move.
Another thing that was interesting is like there's a lot of random people with scopes. Like Canik now has a scope line. And I look through them, and the eye box is terrible. I'm sorry to say. Like if you move just the tiniest bit left or right, you lose the whole scope. And it's had multiple magnifications too. It wasn't just me. That I only reminded that because this was in the same hall. And then Derek got to drool over 35 Whalen at the Lipsy's booth, I believe.
Yes, that is the. I just had it here. Ruger M77 Alaskan is a Lipsies special. Available in 35 Wayland and 9.3 by 57, I think it is.
Yep.
But again, a very traditional rifle, stainless steel, gray laminate, express style iron sights. Really nice pieces. Again, Lipsies exclusive. So, of course, you Americans know all about the Lipsies exclusives and how easy they are to get, ironically, sometimes. So, unless you know somebody.
Graybo had a new stock that was pretty cool. Or new to me, I saw it. Basically, they
Mm.
got a chassis system. And then you can buy one chassis, and he buys the insert. So you can have a long action, you have a short action, you have they're working on a mini action, all in the same rifle stock. If you're into just taking stuff apart over and over again, or you really like one stock, but you can't buy three, you just buy the inserts. I thought that was pretty cool, and they're really well put together too. If you're a fan of the Macmillan A5 stock styling, Graybo is, you can't beat a Graybo.
So for our audio listeners, you can see on the screen the Graybo stocks, and if you look
The audio
inside the
listeners aren't
stock,
going to be able to see.
see with their mind's
Just
eye
throwing
that
that
I've
out there.
described
Envision.
to them. Okay, envision.
There you go.
So like where your bottom metal would sit, just imagine that like twice as long,
A foot long.
a foot long. So essentially, you can have a action inlet that fits multiple stocks. So instead of buying a complete stock, you just buy the inlet for Graybo that fits their stocks. So if you got
Yeah.
a, two hunting calibers that you really like and one stock you really like, you'd end up spending possibly less money on two inserts and the one stock. And since it is, you're not changing that insert to action, you're not worried about a zero shift, very rigid setup, and you just basically take two action screws to an extent out, but it's not actually going into the action, it's going into the sub chassis stock. So
MK Machining, they have their bullpup chassis. And they did the one thing that's impossible on a bullpup. Now, technically, I don't think we can own that here because I think it's illegal to convert to a bullpup. But it's fine if it's already a bullpup. So I'm not a lawyer. Do your own research. But the trigger they had on this bullpup, if you were blindfolded, you couldn't tell that it wasn't a normal Trigger Tech diamond. It was that good. And they had a cutaway of it. And there's like a whole steampunk universe going on between the trigger and the action. But it was really cool to see. They're also working on a straight pull rifle. It was just in prototype. They just had a lot of machining on it. But it's coming in the future, and that's going to look really promising. It's got enough weight to it where I wouldn't be uncomfortable with a round going off that close to my face. In a bullpup design. 1AB's chiming in here. Did we get a chance to check out the Beretta AX800? Yes, we did, and I want one. They're very well put together, and it's got that polymerish kind of frame to it. But it's got a bunch of rubber inserts on it as well. I would really like one. I believe they're going for $2,800 US, I think, MSRP. But it's got all the right stuff in all the right places. Derek, what are we looking for next?
I can bring something up.
Because I've been talking a lot.
The MDT DRT.
Oh, like if you didn't know, you would drop it because you'd be shocked how light it was.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, it has the makings of kind of similar to their TAC 21, if I remember correctly.
That's more of an
But
ACC, but
it's a little bit more of an ACC, but in this case, where it's got the enclosed NV bridge handguard, that's more of a
I believe that's an
full
option.
grip.
I believe you
It's
can
an
take that
option.
off.
Yeah. It
It's MDT. The first thing is modular.
yes. So again, a very lightweight piece. It is all magnesium.
Yeah.
It is in this case, this one is a folder. You can see the joint back there. Very nice stock, very nice fit finish. Also, the interesting placement of grip tape. So where like your M-lock slots go, like as it moves back towards the action.
Your match saver.
For your match saver, there's a little bit of Picatinny, but grip tape inlaid inside parts of the side of the stock, which is interesting choice.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
In terms of a feature, but very lightweight. However, I don't. The only market I could see.
Are you gonna be honest with us, Derek?
I mean, it would be really cool. I think it's going to be more so used for LE military.
No,
guys that
this
are
is I want to go hunt a sheep. This is a sheep person rifle, but
it
they
is
want
sheep
a rifle
weight,
that looks like that.
but it's not sheep style.
No,
If
this
you
is
want-
definitely a hunting rifle. You're wrong. Ellie's not gonna go for this. Ellie buys
Yes.
AI because it says AI. That's what they do.
Yeah.
This is a bougie hunting chassis.
In my opinion, it's gonna be more for the tactical realm. But if you got the money, do what you want. I mean, a guy
It's okay
could
to be
even
wrong,
use
Derek.
this
It's
in
okay.
PRS and just weight the shit out of it. He's also
Yeah.
Let's be real. I won't say let's be honest, but let's be real. Aluminum stock doesn't weigh much more. It will weigh more, but not much
Something
more.
about pounds and being pain or something.
Pounds, ounces, whatever.
Whatever. you wanna
This is
call
just
it.
a passing glance, but this is who's this? This was Calais? Who? I'm trying to remember.
Collis.
Collis. These are the 300
that was Nemo. That was
Nemo.
Nemo Arms.
Nemo Arms, the 300
that
Win
is-
Mag ARs.
Or in the case of the top, it is featuring about a 11-inch barrel with a muzzle brake and not even. It's like a 9-inch barrel. And
I was
a
about to
pistol
say
brace.
you're being a little bit generous there, Mike.
It would not be fun to shoot. However,
it
it'd be
would-
very effective at close range.
Yes, it would make a hell of a fireball. You probably would have about 308 standard length barrel velocity out of a 9-inch barrel. With
Yeah.
enough fireball
But it's cool to see.
to make Pitbull jealous.
Yep. Another cool one that I don't think we got a picture of it because there was a big crowd was Barrett had the fold away super secret gun. It fit in a backpack that was maybe 22 inches long and like a standard backpack. Like you wouldn't know any better of someone walking on the range if they had a full Barrett 416 in their backpack.
Yeah.
So the barrel was as long as the backpack, and then the receiver and then the chassis and everything folded in there. Like, it was really cool. I could not imagine how much that thing cost. Oh, and then Sig had some nightmare fuel floating above their booth.
Yeah, so it's basically an agricultural sized drone with a gun mounted to it. And it was not the
That's a
only
machine gun.
one. Yes. Not the
Yeah, there
only
were
drone
several
we've
drones
seen
with
Yeah, several drones with guns. So that
Yeah.
was cool, slightly terrifying. One thing I really want, but have not much reason, is I even forget who made this, but this is a double barrel, but in 44 mag. So your typical double barrel safari gun, but scaled down to 44 mag.
Yeah.
Very good looking, and I don't know what
Sounds
the
like
hell
you're
this pistol was, but it was at the same booth. It looks like an alien pistol, but it is wood.
Oh, so that's some interesting cap and ball concoction.
Yeah.
That was different.
Hmm.
What else do we have here? Oh, Gorilla Ammunition in 8.6 Blackout.
Ah, yes.
Those pedals are sharp. We stopped by. We talked to this guy for a little bit. It's Gorilla Ammunition. They've got one of that and Fort Scott are, I think, some of the only commercial 8.6 Blackout loads that are out there. And you can get the Fort Scott 8.6 Blackout in Canada too as well. So for those of you that are looking, the ammo does exist. But it looks kind of like a Barnes TSS expanding bullet, but I've just never seen one in 8.6 Blackout. What else you got, Derek?
Let's talk
You don't
about
have- you don't have to
Line
show the
49.
pictures, you just tell us. Oh, we could talk
I
about
lo-
Line 49. So, one of the most unsuspecting booths that you would ever think to show up is the state of Montana had a booth.
Mhm.
And they had three or four smaller vendors in their booth.
Yeah.
And the one that the one that was most applicable to us, besides the awesome lawn chair that I'm sure Derek's going to talk about, is Line 49 rifles. So what they got going is it's a mini action, again, designed to shoot all of the cool little AR cartridges like the ARCs 300. Things like that. And they're putting them in these, I believe it's a JTAC chassis. So they had a short SBR version with a can on it. We did a video with them.
Mhm.
I think it would be really cool. And we have it on very good authority, being that Montana is very close to Canada, that we will be seeing them in Canada soon. So I think what we need to do, as the gun community, is we need to make really cool bolt actions great again.
They were
we need to
always
take
great,
this
Mike.
medical. They were always great, but we need to let the people know how great they actually are. Like, for a backpacking gun, you couldn't beat it. They're portable. It's got a folding stock, and then
Let's
they've
let's
added
go into
like
some
another
details.
longer range.
So it is based on the Howa mini action footprint, and it is
But
of
it's a
the
6 lug action.
yes,
Well, it's a 2 lug, but it's a 6 lug.
yeah, 90-degree bolt throw.
Well, 2 lugs,
But-
6.
Yeah. So in this here we can see it's kind of similar to a pristine, where it's got
A little bit
again,
different, but
6 dual ejectors as well too, and made in Kalispell, Montana. So
yeah.
they are building
I'm
full
looking
rifles,
to acquire one.
actions, and barreled actions as well.
And they're also doing some really cool conversions to the Henry Supremes as well.
Hmm.
The one they had in the booth, it was whose furniture was on the end of it? I can't remember.
Was it Ranger
I want to say it was
Point or
Midwest.
Midwest? Yeah.
Midwest or Ranger Point, one of the two. But they had a full mag-fed Henry Supreme, which would just be an awesome gun to have around.
Mm-hmm. So they were telling us,
And the cool thing is they're converting them into other calibers as well.
yes. So the tricky part is with the Henley Supremes is getting the barrel off. I'm not sure exactly what the interface is, but they've figured out a way and essentially have converted them to take AR-10 style barrels. So if you're comfortable taking one of those on and off,
No, it's AR-15,
you have, sorry, AR-15.
not AR-10.
Yeah. If you're comfortable taking one of those off, it's changeable after the conversion has been done. But it's that initial
So if
removal
you want
that
to do a
it's
caliber conversion,
more difficult.
it's quite easy to do after.
Yeah.
And it just looks good.
Oh yeah.
Like, I know you can be a purist about the wood, but that actually looks like one of the better options out there. The fact you can get it in different calibers, like that in 22 or 6 arc would just be a fantastic coyote gun. It would just be fun, just pure fun. That's what it would be. And then another one that we looked at the state of Montana was these guys were converting AR-10s, and they were marketing it as like an anti-drone gun, but it was an AR-10, and they had their own 12 gauge shells that were rimless, so you could feed rimless 12 gauge, and in theory you could reload them, but they didn't recommend it. But it had a great big stinking barrel on it too, so apparently people cruising drones over is a problem, and this actually would solve it quite well.
So here is I don't have many photos, but here's a photo of the rifle.
It's
You
a
see
shotgun.
very AR style, but if you look at that box magazine, it is Skookum, and actually he is holding a shell, and you can see it's rimless.
Yep.
So
rimless 12 gauge.
Rimless 12 gauge. So very unique take there.
And then what else was at the state of Montana booth?
Something else at the state of Montana, I'll just show a closer up of the rifle, is Crazy Creek Outdoors chairs. So my feet were tired after sitting down for a while, walking multiple
We probably
kilometers.
spent 45 minutes talking to people in this booth about random things.
Yes.
And Derek got tired.
Yeah.
And they're like, did you
Needless
try
to
this
say,
chair?
your feet get tired at SHOT Show. So I needed to sit down, and at the state of Montana, they had these Crazy Creek Outdoors chairs. Now, if you look, the chair's got no back to it, and that's because it uses tension. I actually have one beside me, so I will display my screen. So what it is it also doubles as a butt pad too. But essentially, it just is a nice insulated pad that rolls up, and then it's got 2 straps that brace it to the bottom pad where you sit down on it, and your force against the bottom pad allows you to lean back. And I've rocked backwards in this. Very strong, very robust, and also very comfortable. I find this part kind of tucks in just below your shoulder blades, and I probably sat down for a half an hour on this chair. And it was very comfortable, and what I want to use it for is hunting. It'd be a great coyote hunting chair, like when we normally put your back against a tree, or turkey hunting. I know a lot of people like to do that as well, where you put your back against a tree. But a problem with putting your back against the tree is that a tree hurts, and there's often a root, riding up your butthole. So folds down into a nice package. Wraps up. You can get camo, obviously, different colors, but very nice chairs. I'm definitely gonna use it for hunting, canoeing too, where you can't lean back unless you have a built-in chair, which is a bit of a pain in the ass for portaging. So I definitely recommend it. Crazy Creek Outdoors is the name.
Yeah, they had a canoe specific one too. They just didn't have it there.
Yeah, exactly.
Jonathan Bergen's asking who came back the most in debt. I gambled $50 in the airport. It's probably me. We did her pretty thrifty.
That's another thing is SHOT Show is a industry show, so there's nothing actually for sale there. It's all show and tell.
Or I'll buy 500 later kind of thing.
Exactly.
Like there's big distributors there, and people are actually having meetings.
Yes. This is where the business gets done. A lot of these booths had meeting rooms in behind them. So dealers, distributors, stores, countries, military sales even runs down. So you can't really buy anything. The only thing I was offered to buy is we stopped at Mason Precision Reamers, and they had a barrel vise there, and I didn't know they made barrel vices. And I asked, "Oh, cool! That's it's something I want to buy shortly." He's like, "Well, I brought a second one, so if you want $100, it's yours." I said, "Well, I don't want to kind of take it back on the plane because I don't know how they're going to feel about a large 4-pound chunk of metal floating around in my soft shell luggage."
Put it in your bag.
So
put it in your bag. It'll be fine.
Yeah, I think it could have been fine, but yeah. Oh, another good one. SHOT Show beer. So for our audio listeners, there is 3 kegs on dollies in the photo in front of us. And a number of booths, typically the higher end ones, will start serving beer at like 4 o'clock, 3:30, 4 o'clock.
When the show is closed, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, when the show was closed. So if you stick around some nice booths and talk nice, you can get beer.
They're like, "You want a beer?" And you're like, "Okay."
Yeah.
I got some for our pistol shooters for the few that are still hanging on to their pistol. Dry fire mag was something that we found. So
that was also very cool.
It's so they have a non-electronic version and they have an electronic version. So the non-electronic version, you buy it specifically to your handgun, and then you load it and you can dry fire it and you can keep pulling the trigger. It resets your striker essentially or whatever every time with just the magazine. Then they have the electronic one. It's got a bunch of wizardry in it, and then so you would have a projector set up with the software and a camera, and then it has a little laser module in it, and then you can basically do dry fire training in your house for not a lot more than what you would be paying for ammo at that point. You're not getting a recoil with it, but you're getting proper trigger reset, and like they had a dueling tree, and I schooled Derek on it, so that was kind of fun.
Yeah, I did get schooled on the virtual dueling tree.
I did grab the Canic though, because it looked the most sporty, so that could have been why.
Yes,
but that was kind of cool to see, and they will be coming to Canada as well. They either have dealers here or they're getting more dealers up here. I think the full bore thing, the most expensive you can make it was like $1,900 with the software and camera and all that.
I think
if
that
you're shooting that many pistol rounds, it kind of makes sense.
I think that was also a theme that I saw in SHOT Show was different types of virtual or dry fire trainers. There was one, I didn't get any photos of it, but it was more so for Mill LE, and it was essentially a screen that had a 90-degree angle, so it prevented a wider view, but ideally for training in square rooms. It was like 50 feet, like tip to tip, and it had use of force scenarios for law enforcement, but also it acted like a real dry fire trainer. The other cool one was the CO2 recoil dry
cool
fire trainer. Yeah.
Cool fire trainer. So it basically replaces the bolt, and then you charge it up with a CO2. and then it was on an AR, so you could just kind of run, and it gave very realistic recoil. I would argue within 10% of what you'd actually feel off a 223.
Yeah.
The other theme of the show was additive manufacturing suppressors,
Yes.
and it turns out when you order titanium, you order it by weight. So when you order it by a minimum quantity weight, you tend to get a lot of titanium.
Yes.
And what did this gentleman say there they could print
So
a
this-
can for?
Gentleman said you could print a small can for 30 and a large can for, I think, 70 or
And
90.
a full-size 30 cal can for $90.
Yes. So
and it
this
took 13 hours to 3D print one.
Yeah, so this was in the basement, and this was Colibrium additive, metal powders for serial production, titanium, nickel, and special alloys.
This was really cool stuff.
This was a really cool conversation, again, with the technology and manufacturing. I'll
Because they're
zoom
doing,
in
like,
here.
aerospace stuff.
Now you can see just the detail on these suppressors they can get in. And this was a demo block of the tolerances, the slots, the holes, the protrusions they could do. But in this part of the frame, you have this octopus like wrapped suppressor. And the tentacles are actually
like,
gas ports printed
yes, the
inside.
tentacles are the flow path of the can
Yes.
when it's in one piece. This is bifurcated.
Yes. So it was
that was a really cool conversation.
That was definitely a very cool conversation.
Everyone is jumping on the suppressor train for sure.
Yeah. The sheer amount of detail they could put into these suppressors that you couldn't do any other way. So if you look, like the little ribs and pockets
Pathways.
and grooves and pathways that would not be achievable by
You could never machine a can like that.
any other method. So that was a super cool conversation. Obviously, again, materials and manufacturing technologies.
There's a lot of booths of just materials and stuff.
Yes. Another cool one. The CVA Scout Gen 2. There's our lovely Chris holding one. But essentially, it is a pistol grip CVA Scout. For you black powder
break
guys.
action rifle.
Yeah.
Well, there's
it's
a black
available.
powder and there's a center fire rifle.
Yes, and they're coming out in some fun calibers, your traditional calibers. But 906 ARC will be one of the calibers they are coming out with.
308, 223.
Yep.
350 Legend, 4570.
Yep.
And 338. Actually, all the arcs are getting in that.
Yeah.
But they have a muzzleloader version too, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah, in this photo, you can see the muzzleloader version. A note on these, if you look at where the grip meets the Picatinny tube buffer interface, it was a little sharp there. And that's what Chris was mentioning. And they're actually going to change that detail before they go into production. So kind of where the crook of your hand
right now.
Yeah. So it's also neat to talk.
Really, the muzzleloader. Basically, muzzleloaders at this point are a 308 sending like a 320 grain projectile.
Mm-hmm.
CVA had some new muzzleloaders, and if you didn't know better, you'd swear it was a rifle. And some of the numbers that we were talking with, he was a competitive shooter there. Like, some of the things you can do with black powder, well, muzzleloader, are quite amazing now. We're just happy no one's caught on to that in the politicians department.
Okay. One we have to talk about is the Aerosoft booth.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
I think it's Stingray?
Stingray Airsoft, yes.
Yeah. So they had a plethora of low-cost damn near fire and forget airsoft projectile launchers. So in this photo here, we have 3. We have a mortar, a airsoft RPG, and then a ground drone airsoft delivery device, I will call it.
Yeah, that's
And they had
putting it
a
lightly.
small robot, which I have in the videos, but not here. It essentially is a small
if you play
RC.
Call of Duty, it's a little RCXD, the little remote control. So they had 2. There was like a reconnaissance one, and they said the range was over like 300 feet or something.
Yeah.
And it was like really intuitive. It had a screen on it, and then they had like a payload, so you could put like a little airsoft grenade on top of it, and that was kind of cool.
Essentially, drive it up and shoot it. So that's definitely a neat.
Then some interesting foam rocket launchers as well.
Also, the sight. Here's a video.
They also
coming
made
up.
their own sight for it, which they had their own sight for these disposable launchers they have, which I thought was pretty cool. It was like an AT4 clone and a very, very accurate AT4 clone.
And you can see it'll tell your inclination, and it'll tell you how much to adjust
based on what you
based
said.
on that. So it'll show in the crosshairs when you have to move up or when you have to move down.
It was different.
So
I'm not gonna lie.
pretty freaking cool.
It's not just guns in there. There's all kinds of stuff in the basement. That's where we spent a good majority of our time. Ultimatum brought out the new Factory 22 rifle that's going to be IPRF compliant. So, and they make some really smart.
I just want to interrupt you there quickly, Mike.
DT.
This is a video of one of the cutaways of the 3D printed suppressors, and you can see the detail, just the finest.
What they can do with this additive manufacturing.
Yeah, shapely detail, and it is incredible.
Yeah, like the stuff they could do with 3D printing right now, like that's gonna be within home use in probably the next 5-10 years. Like metal 3D printing, because it's getting that common. KRG has a new chassis out, which is the Whiskey 3 Pro, they're calling it. I liked it. I've had a soft spot for KRG always.
Before you get too far ahead of yourself,
I always go it. We're talking about the glasses, the magnetic glasses.
No, I thought I had the Deuce, but I did not have it brought up.
Yes, the Deuce 2.0 production rifle that you can order. I recommend ordering one. Ely had an interesting system, so it's kind of like a target camera with targets, and you buy this kind of kit, and then their kind of way they were selling is you can do competitions remotely, and the other thing was do lot testing remotely, and then you can send your score. Basically, you have Ely branded targets, you set the camera up, and then your scores get submitted, so you can do competition, and then also for portable lot testing, I think was their thought process behind it. What else you got, Derek?
I'm just going to bring up a photo of what you were just talking about, the little Ely.
It's a little late now. I already talked about it.
The X-Shot. You didn't even give it its proper name.
Well, I was kind of waiting, and then I didn't see anything, so I moved on.
There's a little bit of a lag between us, Mike.
There's a tad bit of lag.
Yes. So here we can see the X-Shot cameras, essentially on a little tripod, and they have a standardized target. So you essentially can obviously share on a standardized target. It's at distance.
I think I need a little counter that every time you say essentially, it just keeps going up. I can notice you say that word a lot.
Essentially, yes.
Oh, there's another one.
Hmm.
I'm just gonna just start changing it next to your name. It's just gonna be like the essential counter.
Essentially, Derek.
Yes. What else you got, Derek?
The Ragnar foam.
Yes, this is probably one of the better executed build your own pick a foam things.
Yes.
So he's kind of like these little triangle foam inserts, and then you build it around your case. And they have them up for all the popular cases already. So don't need to buy 12 hard cases. You can just buy one and a bunch of foam.
It looks like
They're
the
very easy to take apart.
radioactive signal symbol. But the thing is, unlike pluck away foam, you can put this back in. And it comes in different colors. So if you want to put different designs in, like there was a smiley face there. It was pretty cool stuff. And they make for all the standard inserts, like your standard Pelicans, and other popular cases. And obviously they can do custom sizing if you ask them really nice. Next one. I know you enjoyed this one.
What did I enjoy? I enjoyed everything there.
And that is the Infinitac? That is the
Infitac.
Infitac thermal pistol sight.
Thermal pistol sight.
Yeah.
This was cool. And you could see really far with this. It's about the size of a business card, maybe a little bit shorter in length, and about as wide. And it's got a touch screen, so you can change your reticle. You can change if you want white hot, black hot, multicolor. Really cool to see. Yeah, thermals are everywhere. Everyone has a thermal. Winchester had a thermal in their booth. That was kind of cool.
Yes.
So I've convinced Derek that he needs to buy a thermal. Because contrary to popular belief, they work during the daytime. I know a lot of Canadian gun owners getting hung up on that fact, but yeah, you can use a thermal during the day. And the resolution is a lot higher than you would think until you actually look through one. So yeah, Derek's buying a thermal. We can all hold him to that. Jack, remember that?
All right. Another side adventure is these.
Oh yeah, Derek was looking at these.
This essentially wooden rubber band laser cut guns. I forget the name of
For the kids that weren't allowed in SHOT Show.
Yes, exactly. It is made by Caliber Gourmet. Caliber Gourmet.
Yeah, they were tucked off in the Venetian in the second floor.
So these are DIY laser wood rubber band kits, and they were extremely well done, extremely fun, and I'll probably end up buying one. They also had the wooden switchblades, and I would highly recommend if you have young children that aren't quite ready for the real stuff yet, to get them primed. It's a good idea.
Also, we're at Ruger, and as I mentioned before, so they've got some interesting ones. So there's some new calibers coming to the Gen 3, and some really interesting. So they had a short barrel 338 arc, and it was just the coolest thing ever. And I'm like, I may have called someone to bring one in as soon as I get to see one. They're not in production yet. Also, got to take a look at the Ruger Gen 3 precision rifle, the custom shop one. For a factory offering, it's not bad. If you wanted to just buy something quick and easy, you could probably do some damage with one of those. I'm not saying you're going to win a PRS match, but you could.
You could do not bad.
You'd do all right.
For our Glock people, Trigger Tech.
Now
it's got a Glock trigger.
And it is 100 times better than every Glock trigger, because every Glock trigger is terrible. Even the Gen 6, I'm like, oh, okay.
Hmm.
The Gen 6 didn't wow me because nothing says Glock perfection like swapping out all of the perfection.
Exactly.
Like, there's so many aftermarket parts and stuff. Like, why would you, unless you're for a duty, why would you just buy a factory Glock? There's better guns out there.
Hmm.
The Gen 6 didn't wow me. It didn't feel great in my hand, so probably won't be buying one. Not that I can.
Hmm.
What else we got, Derek?
Getting a little bit towards the end. Oh, the
All right.
hexagon carbon fiber barrel.
Helix 6.
Helix 6.
Yep. So they managed to make a carbon fiber barrel with octagon flats on the side
Yes.
and have an octagon thread protector.
Hmm. That is timed correctly.
Yeah, that's a
So,
marvel of engineering.
just in case you needed to tell people that you can spend more money
On your barrel
than
than
just
your
a
actual
regular
rifle.
carbon fiber barrel, you can spend even more money to have a carbon fiber barrel that not many other people have because it's hexagonal.
It was cool to see, though.
Oh, it was cool to see.
Magna Lens is some guys we saw at Range Day. And
Mhm.
basically what it is, I kind of thought it was gimmicky until we actually started talking to them. So they have a glasses and they have like 32 different lenses for all your, if you want for clays or skeet or anything like that, or your tinted, yellow, all the fun stuff. And what they have is they have little magnets on the back of the arms, and you can buy regular arm frames for them as well, but they'll clip onto your ear pro. So they had a set of, they have their own set that they partner with somebody, but they also sold adapters for all your standards, like your 3Ms and Sword and Peloton, all the good stuff. And you can clip them on, and they feel so comfortable. I was blown away. The other thing is with their ear pro that they have, it almost has wind canceling in it, so you don't hear the wind.
Mhm.
And there was a decent amount of wind there. It's not like it was
Yep.
blown away, but it was a really cool product.
Also, I'll pause in the video here. You can see there's a bit of a relief in the ear pro. So when you're shouldering a rifle, it gives you a little bit more clearance than typical in order to allow you to shoulder it. And again, lenses being magnetic, I'm really enthusiastic for their industrial line to come out because as somebody who has to wear double hearing protection a lot in my line of work, it gets really painful to have the muffs squeeze against my glass frames into my head, especially when you're wearing double ear pro for
You
10
also
or
get
more
the full
hours a day.
seal as well.
Yes. Also
So
does
if you're gonna
break.
get safety equipment for shooting, you may as well get work to pay for it.
Exactly. So,
And they're not atrociously expensive. I think the full kit was like $300.
yeah.
So a bargain at any price.
Hmm.
I was a big fan. Yeah, that was the Magna Lens guys.
Yeah.
I will probably be ordering a set of those. I want to try them out.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was kind of funny for rifles. There was, it's almost like there's AR fatigue. I find
Hmm.
they're like, oh, it's another AR. But if you wanted like a premium AR, this was kind of your show.
Hmm.
Or different designs. Like they had I can't remember the name of it, but basically you had the magazine, the rounds would face opposite directions. So you just pull the mag down, flip it, put it back up. I can't remember the name of it. It was cool. But stuff like that was popular. But I don't think there wasn't like the wow factor on the firearm side. It was more accessories and suppressors this year.
Yeah. Oh.
The Bushmaster BA30. That's from Apex. You're in the wrong photo, Derek.
Hmm. I'm getting there.
You're getting there.
Sorry, what we're talking about again?
That was kind of the, I don't know, just kind of trying to land this plane. That seemed to be the theme is interesting. There was like non-standard different rifles or accessories and suppressors. That's kind of the theme this year.
Speaking of accessories, Midwest Industries with these, what I would properly call a pistol brace. I don't know, you Americans and some of your laws don't make sense. This is an actual pistol brace. We're looking at a revolver with a frame that allows it to be shouldered.
No, those are grips. You can take the grips off and put them on anything.
Yeah, so the grip obviously is designed to interface to the brace. These were quite popular, drawing a lot of attention. I don't know why it hasn't been thought of before, but I think they just executed it really well. Like the grips felt really good. The stock felt really good. It felt well designed. So that was kind of neat as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't see any new shotguns that really wowed me other than the Beretta, but like that thing was cool. The new Mossberg 5, the new Mossberg's coming out. There's some great promise there too, it looks like.
Yeah.
Some of the semi-auto offerings, they're getting close to being indistinguishable from a Beretta.
Yeah.
From a distance. Like just the way the handguards are coming out. Oh, IWI brought out a new shotgun.
Yes.
Which I don't know how to say it properly, so I'm not going to try. But it's cool because the charging handle is on the left.
Mafteah. Mafteah shotgun.
Whatever that means.
For MRSP of about $1,200 Americanos.
I don't think are we allowed to call it that?
Dollarinos?
Sure. It's a cool shotgun.
Yes.
Putting the charging handle on the left is an interesting choice, but I'm guessing that there's a reason why they did it.
Yep.
I'm sure someone more versed in the tactical shotgun will tell me why I don't know what I'm talking about, but it was an interesting choice.
Yeah. Didn't fully wow me, but I'm not a big shotgun enthusiast, so.
I am, but after seeing the new Mossberg with the way they've done the controls is much nicer with the pistol grip. I actually got my hands on one this year.
Yeah, there's the Mossbergs there.
You know, one AB is chiming. The PSA 870 is cool. I didn't see it. PSA had a bunch of other stuff. PSA also does the. Sorry, Derek.
I was about to say, did not spend any time in the PSA booth or like the Daniel Defense booth or a lot of those booths because, again,
in passing, like we were next to them. We just didn't like stop and talk to anybody.
Yep.
But PSA does so much other cool stuff. I'm like, why are you trying to do shotguns?
Mm-hmm. Another interesting one that I saw in the basement, again, on the manufacturing side, is they had multiple CNC set up in the basement, and they were running programs. It's kind of blurry because I'm filming through, obviously, the protective window to prevent parts and chips from flying into your eyes. But it was really cool to see. I've never seen a live CNC run before. It's also interesting that they took the time to set it up in the basement, had sufficient power supply, brought in the coolant, and brought in parts to literally machine in the basement. I mean, you're paying your employees to be there. Might as well get them to manufacture at the same time.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, there's something for everybody. And like there's so many like white label products there, and like manufacturers are like, would you like to put your logo on this bag? We have 32 factories in Vietnam, the Philippines, Indonesia. Like there's a bunch of booths like that.
Yes.
Like you can get another one was MagnaSafe was another one that I found. And they had it was how would I describe it? It's like you could put a full size rifle in it, but it had like a clear ballistic glass, and then it had all the LEDs. So if you wanted to be like the influencer person and put it behind you, and it's a full safe, it weighs like 500 pounds. It would take you some effort to get it up on the wall, but it looked really nice. So if you want an aesthetic gun safe, I'm not sure how they would work up here because it's a see-through container, but it's ballistic. So it's an interesting option.
Yep.
Well executed. That was the first. They said that was the first year they brought that out, and they've got a lot of interest in it. So I will be following that one. I think they were about $800, but they were like 4 feet by 2 feet.
Yep.
Oh, what do we have here, Derek?
We have Shooters Global. This is an interesting fellow. His name is Porter Posai. Schwennemanix. He was
Not
from
to dox
Poland.
anybody, but
I mean, he's a public-facing employee at a trade show. Your name's going to be out there. And I butchered his name so badly that it won't even matter. But he was from Poland, and he was a pistol shooter, and he was talking about IPSC and USPSA happening in Poland. The gun laws around Poland, how difficult it is to get a license. He says getting a driver's license was more of a pain in the ass than getting a gun license in Poland. Now that's not a good reading of the process, because was it very extraneous to get a driver's license or what? But it was an interesting conversation because 126 countries come to SHOT Show. So it's not just North America, it's Europe, it's South America, Asia, like everyone is there. So it was a really neat conversation, and their
level is very well. The Gen 2 level they have is very nice because it's got a level in it for your rifle. It comes with the ocular mount as well. That comes with it. And then you can have a stage timer in there. You can have your dope preset in there. There's a bunch of things you can have on the screen. Plus, you can have to pair with the app so it can kind of track your performance like a Mantis or something similar.
Yeah. And it is
a very cool product.
Quite reasonably priced too.
Yeah, they're not crazy expensive. I believe they're cheaper even than the MDT level.
Yeah.
Or very close to. Cheaper or close to.
Yeah. So it's very, very cool to see. Another one we saw that we didn't really talk about because it's not super applicable to us is there some military and police equipment there. So here we see the Rook, which is, again, a ballistically protected skid steer. And this one has a breaching ram. But there was multiple tactical vehicles, like for your ERT or SWAT applications as well in the basement. Cool to see. Obviously, didn't really talk about them. And then again, a little bit on the military side, were some drone manufacturers. This drone was actually called the K-Bobber. This was a Ukrainian outfit that did a lot of textile supply, but did some other things. Of course, the rapidly developing drone warfare. You can see the amount of batteries on this small drone. So this is obviously a drone that is designed to fly some distance without needing a recharge. So it was interesting to see some of the military stuff sneak in here and there.
Yep, no, they'll have anything. That was the Phoenix group.
They also had a giant ass bottle.
Okay. Yes, they did. I found the biggest bottle of vodka in SHOT Show.
So
That was
we had,
Fenix Group, Fenicks Group. They're
Yeah.
bringing all the cool stuff, and there's some really nice textile stuff like backpacks, plate carriers,
yeah,
made in Ukraine. Also, I need to
definitely very
admonish
cool.
myself. I talked about that safe. It is Mega Safe, not Magna Safe.
Ah, it's not
I'm
a
going through my
magnetic
business
safe.
cards.
Yes.
No, it's not. Well, there were magnets involved, but what else, Derek? What do you got?
We do have a photo of the Deuce 2.0 factory rifle from IBI.
Yes, there it is.
We got a video.
We
So
have a
it
video
is.
on our YouTube channel, even if you want to check that out.
We do. So I'll pause the. I'll pause the video right here. So if you look, it's like, man, that's a ACC. You'd be right, but you'd also be wrong. So Ryan collaborated with MDT to make a specific chassis for the rifle. So if you look where the magwell barricade stop is, it is much taller than your typical ACC. However, the recess at which the magwell will angle back up towards the trigger guard is actually deeper. So if you have a shorter 22 magazine rather than your standard stored action magazines, which are fairly tall in height, you obviously rimfire ones can be a lot shorter. There's a deeper well to get your fingers in there to remove or insert the magazine.
Or if you're somewhere where you can't have standard or anything over 10, it allows you to still grab your magazine.
Yeah.
So it's not a flush fit.
So there are some design changes. It's not just they're not just throwing in an ACC; it's a tweaked ACC. And there's the Duke 2.0 action in Stonewash, and those things very smooth, very nice to run. So
would not question buying one for sure.
Yeah. Well, I think we covered a lot there, Mike.
I think we covered a lot. I mean, if you're listening, like there wasn't much for guns. Like there's not much we can have. So we wanted to find stuff that was interesting enough that we could still have.
Yeah.
Because we could do a whole episode on stuff we can't have if that's really what people are into. And we kind of touched on the suppressor thing, but they were everywhere.
Yeah.
However, we talked to someone, and we won't say who it is because we're still talking with them about a product that is suppressor related but not related. It's interesting. It's a muzzle. It's a different kind of muzzle device that they may be bringing to Canada.
So we'll stay tuned.
Stay tuned for that.
Yeah. So.
That's the Taylor and Co.
Yeah.
The 9mm. We finally found the picture.
Yeah. They had the more tactical grip one in the earlier photo, but obviously very color case hardened.
Like Taylors are gorgeous firearms.
And that is the smoothest action in a lever gun I have ever felt.
I could agree with you on that.
Yes. Yeah. Far superior to any other thing on the market. And they will be
they will not be cheap, however. They will
not be cheap. However, a good fact is that some of them are cowboy action compliant.
Yes.
So for those looking to get in, that's the kind of difficult thing about cowboy action is some of those older calibers. This will allow you to buy, of course, boxes and boxes of 9 and use it for cowboy action, which I think is great. So hopefully more companies start getting in on that. So,
yep. So there's something for everyone. Like if you're into PRS, there's so much stuff out there for you right now. So many optics. Like we could do a whole episode on just the optics.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we covered that was our experience, or at least what we were looking for.
Exactly. And of course, the other big takeaway is the people.
Yeah.
So we
Everyone was
see,
great down there.
yeah. So we have our obviously our show sponsor, and good friend. You got Vanya there, and with the rifle in front of the vapor. It was really cool to meet and see people. We got Big
People
Tony
that you
of
know of,
Odell
but you don't
Engineering.
ever
We've
see online, or you
had
only
him on
see
the show
online.
a few times. So, all right.
I think that wraps that up.
Hey, one more thing. Working the YouTube grind pays less than a solar farm in a snowstorm, in a farm in a snowstorm. If you want to support the channel directly, head on over to storiedknives.com or cdnprecision.com if you're out east to pick up one of our Gardner knives. We think is the best survival type / everyday fixed blade knife available for a very reasonable cost. We're pretty proud of this guy. So please go have a look at Great Knife. We'll be confident it'll be on your side for a lifetime. And check out the show, facebook.com/BS podcast. Leave us a review and let us know how we're doing. If you like the content, give us a like on the page and a share, and email us with any questions you might have. We'd love to hear from you. info@bspodcast.ca. And of course, a massive thank you to all of our sponsors. Without you, we wouldn't have a show in the first place. Miles, Carrie, and Cappy with call sign 66. Duncan and Rob at Bold Action Coffee. Phil Odell at Odell Engineering. Doug and Niza with March Scopes Canada. Vanya and Carly with Apex Optics. Oscar with Ribstone Gunsmithing. And J.R. Cox with Sterling Arms International. Thank you all an immeasurable amount. And thank you to you, the listener, for spending some time with us, checking some stuff out, and watching a little bit of both. And yeah, as one AB says, stay safe, everyone, and keep the mag side down. Or in the trucking world, we say the shiny side up and the greasy side down.
Until next time, everyone, we will see you later.
Because I have a shotgun and rifle that I use for, and 22 gauge that I use for ptarmigan, moose, and black bear.
You are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
You're listening to your weekly dose of BS, ballistically speaking. The Ballistically Speaking Podcast.
Whew.